Yes, Ted, my friend?
I have a feeling things are about to change in a most outstanding way.
I could not agree more.
From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe, there stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture, loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolves, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the comic Relief Crusader.
Hello, everybody. How's it going out there on the interwebs? It is episode 87 of Titillating Tuesdays. You've entered the Geekosphere, which is this channel, and I want to say hello to everybody out there, and I hope you all had a very nice weekend. Who do we got here? We got Snortabubus Cuber. Hawoo, humans and other critters. Hello to you, Snortabubus. And we have everybody's favorite Lucky Penny. Hello, Penny. Nice to see you there. And on top of that, we also have Wendy, the Trauma Warrior, who drinks, wait a minute. Takes a drink of soda and burps really loud. Hello, everyone. Or I could actually do that if I was burping, but I can't do that because it hurts. Whatever. It doesn't matter. And we also got Vince Womack. Heidi ho to all you nerds and nerdettes out there. Nice to see you, man. And we also got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Yo to you, sir. Nice to see you, man. And we also have Real Wade Nation Gaming. Hello, and nice to see you, dude. Everybody's illustrious Egyptian god, Lord Thoth. Fellow Canadian, nice to see you, man. Great to have you here. And who else we got? We got everybody filing in slowly but surely. We got multiple people watching on Rumble, and we got multiple people watching on X. And everybody here on the YouTubes, great to see you guys. Hope you had a marvelous weekend. I hope it was nice and pleasant for you as we're getting into summer slowly but surely. And the sun is out. It's nice and sunny. It's like 20 degrees here, which is pretty warm for a Canadian day, which is probably, I don't know, maybe in the 40s or something like that, maybe 50s. I'm not exactly sure on the Fahrenheit scale. But that's okay. You're here, and we're ready to have some fun, and we're ready to be talking about some news that's going on out there. And, well, that being said, let's welcome all the guests, shall we?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Geeky Classic Leftist Tom, how's it going, man?
Don't call me Shirley.
How you doing, everybody? Hey, that's crazy times. Hey, look, guess what? I'm first. Yay!
Yay! You're this time.
I'm casual.
You got
we
the
all get
music.
medals for participating. Oh, wait,
Yes.
no, we don't.
Yes. It's in the mail.
Yay!
Right.
Right.
So, how was your weekend, man?
Busy. Being on other shows. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little sappy. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you, brother. I mean that. Like last night, we were on Jason's show, The Gun, got to meet some guys, and we talked about mental health, something that we need to talk about in this society today. And everybody's I'm not going to say men's mental health, everybody's mental health, but right now, men's mental health, because it's something that's not talked about enough. And it was a really good episode, and I had a really good time with the guys. So yeah, it was fun. Getting busy on that.
Yeah, you're making the rounds. Awesome to see, man.
Looking forward to insulting Steve if he's not in the room. We'll have to all bake him later. Yay!
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because today is Rancor Steve's birthday. So so we're all going to be roasting Steve over on his channel over on Mandarama, and I'll put the link in the description a little later on. But next we have Appion. What's up, man?
Yay.
Coleslaw is ready.
Yeah.
Got you 2 hours. 2 hours of playtime. What's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm doing good. Just saw Godzilla -1 on Sunday.
How was your
That
weekend?
movie was pretty damn good.
Yeah, you liked it.
Yeah, there was all the video game showcases with brand new gameplay trailers, and
So much.
yeah, it's lots of good stuff.
How'd you like
It was
it?
a busy weekend. I liked it a lot. There was a lot of great stuff that is coming out that I want to get, and a lot of the stuff is on Game Pass. So if you have like Xbox Game Pass, like you don't even have to buy any of these games.
Yeah, I know. I like that. They're making that their thing now. That's gonna be their sending.
Yeah.
That. So.
Not bad for a dude in a costume because it's still practical effects.
Oh, you're talking about Godzilla? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like really, really cool. And fourth but not least, we got Pop Culture Republic. Ooh, who's sporting a new avatar?
Yeah. Now I figure it's about time to change things up and put a little bit of effort in my YouTube, because I'm starting to feel like the king of low effort YouTubing here. The least amount of work, but the maximum effort. I don't know how that works.
Maximum effort.
Maximum least amount of effort.
Minimum effort.
You need to have like a piece of paper with pop written on it, and then just hold that up to the screen and have that be your.
That's it. That's it.
And actually, yeah, say minimum effort.
Minimum effort. Minimum effort YouTubing, coming to you live and direct from I don't know, my kitchen, my couch, my easy chair.
Let him cook.
Yes.
Do an intro with a kazoo. Something like that.
Oh, we need a kazoo now.
Yeah, we need a kazoo. We definitely need a kazoo.
Kazoo is the other wind instrument. Yay.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the Scottish side of me will start busting out some bagpipes. I don't know, and drive everyone away.
I got a penny whistle and a guitar in the back.
The screeching bagpipes. No lessons. Here you go. Hard to believe.
I love bagpipes. Though. Bagpipe music is amazing. I don't know. I've always loved it.
All you need to do at this point is pretty much like have a sheet of paper and just,
like that.
And welcome to Pop Culture Republic. And then you have a kazoo, and and
I don't know, kazoos.
Banjo Kazooie.
That. Maybe a harmonica. I don't know.
Play some Deliverance.
A kitchen in Texas, exactly. Live from a kitchen in Texas. It's Pop Culture Republic.
Cooking, friends, cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
Live from a kitchen in Texas, we have
Live from a kitchen in Texas. It's Pop Culture Republic. Minimum effort, maximum effort.
All the time.
Exactly. Let's see. And who else have we got here? We got Stark of Iron that just popped in. Hello and ahoy to you too, dude. And we also have Fox from 540 Studios, man. Hope you're doing good, dude.
Hey,
and we got Matt G. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU and Doctor Who. That longer every time.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's power seems to grow.
Isn't she going to be in Marvel? I heard the rumors she's going to be in Marvel. It's supposedly she's going to be.
Maybe it's that Lady Deadpool. Remember that? We don't know who's playing Lady Deadpool because they showed her in the trailer. walking
You
the
see the
yeah.
lake.
desert, it's like, oh, there's
Yeah.
a
Be
lake.
a fit for Dazzler, but yeah, it's no
Oh
telling.
yeah, there we go. Exactly. Well, speaking of dumb things like the MCU, let's get on to the segment that we like to call Stupid News. All the news that rule today, stupid news. And let's see, what do we got here today? Well, because yeah, there's no endless supply of stupid news that's going on in the world today, but you know, especially this time. No, it isn't about Hunter Biden, unfortunately, because you know he just got convicted. Yay. Yeah, exactly. How long is that jail sentence gonna last? Probably not long at all, maybe like 5 minutes. But up here in Canada, of course, because why wouldn't it be? By the post millennium. Apparently, here in Canadian news, CSIS, which is the Canadian Secret Service intelligence, it's like your FBI guys or like your CIA, except Maple, suggests that those who oppose gender ideology are a violent threat in Canada. So
What?
apparently, yeah, CSIS has suggested that Canadians having issues with the gender ideology are driven by beliefs stemming from misogyny, homophobia, transphobia, religious interpretations, conspiracy theories, or a generalized fear of sociocultural change. This is our Secret Service in Canada. My God, they forget about election tampering by China or anything like that. Forget the fact that in Winnipeg, where we have like all these dangerous viruses stored and stuff like that. Forget that they gave China some. That's not it whatsoever. It's basically those who oppose gender ideology that are the actual threat. And
conspiracy theories.
Yes, and conspiracy theories and
yeah, it's fine for my 11-year-old son to
icon for conspiracy theories. How about that?
That's right. Yeah,
Because in Canada, you know they're making the frogs gay on top of that. And not just the frogs, but they're making badgers and on top of that, Wolverines. They're making the Wolverines gay. So that's what.
How about the moose? A bunch of moose just prancing around.
No, wait, no, that's like they're just dancing around a drag all the time. So, they haven't made the full conversion yet, but give it time. So,
It reminds me of Gladiator, that weird scene in Gladiator. You sold me gay drafts.
yeah.
What am I supposed to do with these drafts?
Yeah, I know, right? But me, it's like, oh God, I don't know what to make of this anymore. This is like,
it's funny, but it's actually realistic, and our country's going to crap. This is ridiculous.
Don't feel bad. Our country is close behind.
I know.
We're the testing ground, and then you guys get it after. It's like,
that's what it is. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't said that pandas are gay, since they have so much trouble mating and stuff, and keeping their their species going. They're just not into each other.
Pandas are just so asexual. They hate it. They hate doing it. Darn them.
They just want to eat bamboo and sit around.
That's right.
Eat
they're all
bamboo,
couch
chill.
Exactly. Minimum
fart and make YouTube videos about sneezing panda. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's my God, exactly. So when he says, yeah, I've always said that when the US got weird, I'd move to Canada. Mexico is starting to look good.
I hear you, Wendy.
At least,
don't come here.
At least I'm fluent in Spanish, she says.
All of us just go. Well, I'd say Norway, but Jace was saying it's not good there either now. It's like there's no place to go. I just want to go where mountains are and trees. Lots of mountains and trees. Got to be a place where mountains and trees and get away from everything.
Japan.
Yeah, they have nice mountains and trees. Yes.
Yeah, they do. They
very weird culture over there, though. When it comes to some of their stuff, it would scare you. People don't realize everything goes over to Japan too.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah. Brazil. I don't know. Peru.
Too hot.
Peru.
I'm Canadian.
It's like It's right on the equator. You know, you got mountains, you got the Pacific Ocean. It's like summer all the time. There you go.
Oh, no, thank you. Oh,
So
I like the cool breeze.
but yeah, of all things to
Yeah.
worry about in the world, those that actually believe in science and that there's only two genders, this is the biggest threat of all here in Canada. And so that's our country. And what else do we have here? Oh yes, that's right. And because Quebec, our province of Quebec. Oh yeah. Our province of Quebec is so steep in European history and whatnot, and they're such a bastion for freedom. He said with a resemblance of irony in his voice. Yeah. This going on from CTV News.
Freedom isn't free.
One of the big
it cost a hefty
exactly. Apparently, they did. Yeah. Apparently, Quebec adopts a law, like it wasn't totalitarian as it was anyway, to not allow English signs. Essentially,
yeah.
Quebec adopts a law to fine people who intimidate or harass politicians.
Well, I mean, that's just normal.
Yeah,
like that's just harassment in general. That's always
exactly.
If you're a politician, you don't have safe space. I'm sorry, that's part of your job. Grow a set.
Exactly. You know what? I think.
Don't you know they're part of the ruling elite, though? You're supposed to bow down and to your ruling overlords.
Government works for us. They got to realize that and remember that we the people rule them, but they think they rule us.
We got to surf. Speaking up here.
Yep.
I think they actually learned from the French back in World War II and just not surrender. So they're doing a preemptive law, so they don't have to surrender by bringing in a law that will basically not allow people to question them on things, so they don't cave and surrender.
You know what? Let them leave. Just take Montreal away. It can be part of New Brunswick because it's close enough, good enough. You can keep that part of New Brunswick, and still, I love Montreal. It's my home away from home, but the rest of it can go. Leave. You want to leave? Go. Get out of here.
That's right, Stuart.
Mexico would ever.
How are you intimidating or harass your overlords?
Yeah,
exactly.
Mexico scares me though. It's getting more violent now.
I was following the Mexican presidential election. It was like the first woman elected to president, and there were like 26 other candidates who were murdered.
No safe in Mexico right now. I wouldn't touch Mexico.
Me thinks something sounds suspicious about that.
Cutthroat politics. Literally,
it's like she's like the Mexican Hillary.
Yeah,
except she did it like bam, like that. So Woody Trouble Warrior is voting for your politician's rival considered intimidation.
Give it a matter of time.
Exactly. That is a really good question. So they don't like me, therefore they're bad, and everyone's a Yahtzee. So that's what it must be. Yeah. So Linrod, hey Linrod, nice to see you here, man. A hair late, but here now for now. There you go. Nice to see you, man.
So it's gonna be like medieval times.
So,
if you slander, your overlords, they'll put you in the stockades for 2 years.
Exactly. I would love to bring that back, except for politicians, and it'll be something like a kind of like a poll, but more of a legitimate poll, right? And we'll have a basket underneath their head, and we'll put a particular politician that wants to pass a law or a mandate of some sort, and we'll see how many tomatoes are thrown at them. And whoever fills the basket, and we'll make it a large basket because we want to be all inclusive, include all people in this. Whoever fills the large trough full of tomatoes and vegetables and stuff like that, then we'll know not to pass such a law or something like that. That works for me.
Or we have like those water tanks that people can fall in, but we put a shark in there, raise the stakes. Have a great
couple
white
of electric
in there.
eels. Yeah.
You can have participation by the crowd. See if you can hit the lever. Make the politician fall in the shark water. And it has a laser beam attached to its head. Yeah.
Lasers. Sharks with
Every
lasers.
creature deserves a warm meal.
Exactly. I'm okay with that. So, sharks with laser beams attached to them. So,
if that was like streaming, there'd be so many people watching that. If that was a real thing,
It would.
I would have like millions of views.
Yeah.
We'll make it like Running Man.
There
we go.
Yeah.
We'll make it like Running Man. And we'll have like, hidden weapons here and there. And, all while playing to the tune of Conjunction Junction. And,
oh my God, now it's in my head. Conjunction Junction.
He was Nitro. Now he's the Zero.
Yeah, exactly.
Running Man for politicians. Wow.
Yeah. There we go.
Presidential runoffs just took a whole new meaning.
Exactly.
If you win, you really deserved it.
That's right.
Fight for survival.
But something like that, or go with Appion's idea, with the dunk tank, with a shark in it, and it's like, crikey, mate, I don't know if you want to be passing this law. That shark looks really pissed off right now. You might want to consider your decision or something like that. We're like resurrect like Steve Irwin or something like that to to really sell or not sell, whether or not he gets thrown in the dunk tank or something like that.
I mean, so, his son is doing exactly what his dad was up to. So just get his son out there. His son sounds exactly like his dad. Steve
there we
Irwin's
go.
Son. So have him. I'm sure he's not too busy. He could host. He'd be a great host. Cranky. Sharks bite him right in the ass. Yeah. Oh yeah. Battle Royale.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There we go. I want that to happen. Crikey,
have you seen the movie?
Jam my thumb up the shark's anus. It really pisses him off even more. And then we'll see what the crowd thinks then, if they want to dunk him in the tank or not.
Yeah, because then it'd be like the movie The Condemned, which was like a battle royale movie with a bunch of prisoners, and they film it like I was talking about, and they stream it and shit, and so people are watching like prisoners like kill each other and on an island, and having politicians. That would be interesting.
Yep.
Hunger Games with politicians.
We'll have something like Survivor, and except they're full of dangerous animals and poisonous everything, like Australia. And then we'll do that.
What is that show? Naked, Starving, Naked and Alone, or whatever.
Yeah. Naked and Alone. Oh my God. Oh,
Man vs. Wild. Bear Grylls. I'm Bear Grylls with the politician here. See if he can survive out the wild and drink his own piss.
Yeah. He's going to live out in the wilds while I go back to my hotel room.
Yeah.
It's right. Let's see how much he really wants his presidential candidate right now running. So, is he willing to survive in the wild? Oh, let's have a look here and check in on him.
Anyway,
meanwhile, somebody like Biden is like wandering around in circles or something like that.
Oh, Biden still hasn't left the starting area.
Yeah, exactly.
He still hasn't left the stage. He got lost on the stage, folks. He got lost on the stage. He needs help.
I'm President Trump, and I approve this message.
He's like the Ed 209 from RoboCop. He's easily defeated by stairs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what'll happen. Oh my God! And hey, Tina, nice to see you here. How's it going?
My arch nemesis, stairs. Dun, dun, dun.
God, no! I have to go up them. No, not today. Oh crap!
He'll be the first person. They put those old people chairlifts, like those lifts that bring people upstairs. They'll put those for Biden on like airplane stairs, so you can sit down and just ride it to the top. Safety first.
He would just, exactly.
They're slowly getting around to that because they went from the tall stairs to the plane to the short stairs.
Yeah, he'd even fall up an escalator.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, and that's not saying much. Also, anyway, I also want to bring up this message because our friend Jason, who is also in the chat as well. As you know, we talked about it a couple of times here on the show. He's really needing some help for dental work because apparently it costs an arm and a leg and a firstborn over in Norway to get work done. And if anybody can help him out and to try to rid this excruciating pain out of his face, to help him get the work done, then if you want, there's a link that's also in the chat also. And if you can, if you can do it, feel free to make a donation and help out Jason as well. And because I'm sure he would greatly appreciate it. So
maybe last night we were on the show and it's so help him out. And one thing, by the way, I gotta ask you, being a fellow Canadian, when is this thing with Canada? We're supposed to be getting coverage finally in dental, but now I hear that might not happen. So have you heard anything on that?
Apparently only old people are getting it, allegedly. Yeah,
it's like,
allegedly.
It would be nice. It still costs a fortune here too. Oh, I got somebody messed up. It's like,
oh God, tell me about it. That, and you know what? I also want to send prayers out to Mike Alonzo Clobberin Times, because yesterday, I'm sure that a lot of people did hear about it. He's in the hospital. He's in critical condition, and I just want to say, Mike Clobby, dude, I really honestly hope you make a really, really honest to God quick recovery. We miss you. And Raquel and Mark are holding down the fort on your channel, and they did a great job last night. And I'm just gonna say, you know what? If it wasn't for you, Clobby, you and everybody in the chat wouldn't have rekindled my love of comics if it wasn't for you and your channel. And on top of that, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met up with everybody in the chat. I wouldn't have met people that are in this chat as well. And I wouldn't have met Hungry Boy and getting started on working on comics again. So Clobby, I hope you rest up. I hope you heal up, and I can't wait to see you back, man, because we really miss you. So please get well. Honestly, just rest up, and we'll all be waiting for you. And we just want you well first. So can't wait for you, man. So be well. So, but anyway, I shouldn't say it like that, but anyway, so there's a couple of things going on. And this has to do with manga. And it seems like Japan is doing a full-out rebellion when it comes to telling Western audiences, you know what? Screw you guys. And yeah, you know what? And if everybody can put a C in the chat for Clobby, I don't know if he's ever going to see it, but you know what? Hey, he might see it one day. And let's put a C in the chat for Clobby, and hope he gets better, because dude is awesome. Can't say it enough. For some odd reason, I can't type in this thing. This is really weird. But anyway, stupid StreamYard. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, first world problems. Friggin', I can't even. Give me. There we go. Yay! Now I can put a C in there. Okay, great. I know. I was pressing the Alt button instead of the Shift button. Stupid me. Anyway, so yeah, exactly. And it's not even Monday. Oh God. So anyway, so Japan is the Vinland Saga editor over in Japan says manga should not pander to Western audiences. I love this guy. I don't allow myself to be influenced by so-called political correctness abroad. Nice. Exactly. See,
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is why manga continues to outsell North American comic books, and why their shows and their comics do better. Gee, I can't imagine why. Because nobody wants this bullshit. So this creator, Vinland Saga, if you haven't watched it, the anime is out. It's actually quite good. I believe on Netflix, and if you get Crunchyroll, it's on Crunchyroll. If you happen to be reading manga, then yeah, go read the manga. It's fantastic, and and I think it's probably up Jason's alley, considering it has to do everything with Vikings. So there you go. So, in the opinion of current editor-in-chief Kodansha's weekly afternoon manga magazine, Akira Kanai, the opinions and socio-political views of Western audiences should have absolutely no bearing on the creative decisions of Japanese manga. Well, right, because their culture, their rules, if you don't like it, don't read it, is essentially what it breaks down to. I mean, we could pretty much all agree on that, right? Who are we to tell others, what they should or shouldn't do, especially with their own creations? So, I mean,
that's like moving to another country and expecting them to cater to you. Oh, wait, that happens here. But no, and seriously,
yeah,
no, it's like their country. They can do what the heck they want.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, screw localizers. Exactly, right? So what Japan is doing is translating them in-house. That's right. That's because so nothing gets lost in translation, which is great.
Good.
Yeah, because the last thing we need, and we've seen it in video games, and we've seen it in other shows and whatnot, and apparently Netflix even did it with Godzilla -1. When you switch it to English instead of its native Japanese dialogue, they've actually switched some of the dialogue around slightly.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I seen it in theaters with the subtitles, so I seen the original. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, screw that. So, joining Kodansha, I really embarrassed myself with these Japanese names. In 1994, Kanai served as an editor across a number of the publisher's various manga magazines until eventually being promoted to his current position as We A 2015, during which time he oversaw a number of notable manga works, including Gawan Sakurai's Agent, Demi-Human, Ben Kusamizu, and Subaru, basically a bunch of manga. I cannot pronounce Japanese names on the fly like this. And Vinland Saga, right? And I've had a peek at this manga, and wow, I mean, this is like beautifully drawn,
I'm going to start watching it. It looks gorgeous. It looks like something I would really like.
That's the one thing I like about Japan, is that they're so enthralled with European culture, like even especially older European culture, because there's nothing like it that exists, obviously over in Japan, right?
No, exactly.
And I mean, and especially in the Maritimes, and Tom, I'm sure that you can agree with this, that, come summertime, we got hundreds of tourists that come to, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and especially PEI, because of Anna Green Gables and stuff like that. And they just gobble that up.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
King's Landing up here in New Brunswick. It's like an old homestead of back in the 1800s, 1700s. People from Germany. I worked there for a year as a blacksmith and a cooper. A legit blacksmith, fun job. People from Germany love to come over and see the blacksmithing. They're one of my teacher Terry. He had to learn. He learned German because there's so many Germans that come over to see that. They love it over here. They have whole cultures over here from Germany. It's amazing.
Yeah, because the culture is so different than anything in Japan. They just gobble it up, right? It's just something about the medievalish, new world kind of feel to everything
Yes.
You know, especially in Eastern Canada, where, you know, obviously it's like, you know, the oldest part of the country, essentially, right? Just like, you know, the American Eastern Seaboard, you know, where everything is like the oldest, and basically how a country entirely started by settlers. And
100%.
yeah, and it's something that is just, you know, it's something that is not Japanese, and they just love it and gobble it up. And Vinland Saga, yeah, I've taken a peek at it a couple of times there, and they get it right. They generally get it right. They will actually do the research, and you know, and none of this, you know, political correctness, he, him, they, them, you know, whatever bullcrap that is generally pushed here. I mean, how many times have I showed enough stupid news? What was it? There was one about Vikings or something like that, that they were non-binary or something like that. Some grave that they found with some Viking that yeah, they were like they were like non-binary. It's like, how could you even possibly know that? Do you remember that, Pops?
Kind of. That sounds
something
familiar.
vaguely. Yeah. You know, or what was it? Paintings of the English countryside might be like, you know, like white supremacist suggestions.
Oh,
or
right. Yes.
stuff like that. Yeah. It's none of this bull crap.
Craziness.
You know, and it is. So yeah, in this case, the grass is always greener. Generally, yeah. So but this is going on, and it goes on to say, and it was in his position as a manga industry veteran that Kanai offered his opinion on the topic of the West's ever-growing attempts to force their cultural standards upon Eastern media during a recent career retrospective interview given to a German manga news outlet, Manga Passion, right? Like, boy, I wonder how this is going to go. This is going to be pretty good. So asked, to what extent do you already think about the potential international success of a manga, and whether he tries to work with mangakas or perhaps try to make their works more accessible to audiences outside Japan? To which the editor asserted, no, not really. So it's like, nah, I don't think so.
Just to put it bluntly, nah.
Yeah, this guy
doesn't need to be more accessible. That's a lie.
Exactly.
That's not a real thing.
It is.
We already love it. It's just
Yeah.
certain weirdos that want to make a big fucking stink about nothing.
Yeah. Vince Womack, yeah. Didn't they put a black woman as a prominent leader of a Viking clan?
That was in Viking Valhalla, the sequel to Vikings. Yeah.
Yes. They literally did.
Race and gender swap.
Right. In Valhalla, yeah, Vikings Valhalla. That's why I didn't even bother watching. It's like, oh well, okay, they're gonna do that. Yeah, no, thank you. Not gonna do it. And take a look at Rings of Power with
thank you.
With the dwarves, right? With every, not just the dwarves, but what was it? It was the
Queen of Numenor was race swapped.
Yeah, she was race swapped.
Yeah, and then you had Giza or whatever, the dwarf queen that you're talking about. And
and then black elves and stuff like that. It's like, this is a solely European story. Like, oh my god, yeah. And so it's like, yeah, no, not really. But they did. So waist swapped the queen there, the dwarf queen. Oh my god, that was just so ridiculous. And Ledride, you got to go, man. Hey, not a problem, dude. Thank you for dropping on by. Hey, if you can, hit the like button on top of that on your way out, because like everybody says, it greatly helps me out. So, and of course, the dwarf's queen is black. Just look at all the sun down in that mountain. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
You know, that melanin really comes in handy when you're stuck in a mountain for pretty much all your life.
Yeah, I know.
It must be the reflection off of all that gold that tanned her really deep. So, my God. But for example, he says there are various codes against the depiction of violence, against the depiction of nudity, whether male or female, or religious codes that I follow, he explained. However, I think that there are no fundamental differences in the population in terms of what they perceive as important, be it in Japan, Germany, China, or South Korea, even if it is the case on a political level. There you go. You know, there's no fundamental differences in the population. No, there isn't. So, you know, it's just male or female. It's just, you know, hey, we all got the same parts. That's basically what it boils down to it. That's all it boils down to. You know, hey, Canadian Spider-Man, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude. Are you ready to roast Rancor Steve tonight? God, I hope so. I'm getting everybody ready for that. But yeah, you know, you name me. You name me. What is a Zer supposed to look like if it's not male or female? You know, what is a
I don't
they
even
them?
know what that is.
I know. You know,
what's a Zer?
Yeah, exactly. What's a Z and what's a Zer?
That sounds like a creature from Final Fantasy.
It does, doesn't it? Though.
Okay. I'm going to take 5 seconds here. Give me a sec. That's a person from that community.
Okay.
Screw them. They're idiots. There's only male or female. Kind of funny when somebody wants to transition. What do you transition to? The other one. Where's the third or fourth? Are we becoming aliens?
Yeah.
Becoming like no. Stop it. And non-binary is not real. I'm sorry. That's mental health issues.
I'm not man or woman. I'm something else.
Exactly. And now gender dysphoria is real, 100%. And if you transition when you're an adult and if it makes you feel better, good on you. But you know what? That's usually 0.4% of the population, not like it is nowadays because it's an epidemic and it's just mental health and it's But anyway,
it's largely cosmetic because you really can't change chromosomes or your genetic makeup.
That's why I said, I always say Blair White, Buck Angel, they're trans people, but they're like, no, when they die, like Blair White, she's like, no, I'm still biologically a man. And Buck's like, no, I'm biologically always going to be a woman. That's they don't pretend to themselves.
We don't quite have the technology to do like brain swaps or swap your consciousness from one body to the next.
Although it would help some people.
Yep. I know. It's like that. What is that? Get Out, where they put their body, their consciousness in.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Scientists are working on that.
Is Disney's head still frozen somewhere? Is that still real?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What?
Possible.
Even if they unthawed it, it would just turn to mush anyway at this point. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
People come back to life and rule the world.
You know what? I mean, you find me one day. There's going to be a person that comes out, okay, be it male or female, that somehow, some way, has some sort of weird alien ganglia just dangling there that doesn't represent either kind of type of should I say genitalia of some sort.
It's a test. It's what do you call those things?
The Balchinian from Men in Black.
Yeah, there we go. We can go with that. You know,
he's a Balchinian.
But you know, some sort of, I don't know, weird like orifice of some sort with like some weird alien ganglia just like dribbling out there or something like that. Then maybe, hey, sure, I'll say, okay, well, that look, and if it's totally natural, then maybe I'll acknowledge it as some sort of weird third gender. But for now, no, not happening. Okay,
even hermaphrodites is still one or the other predominantly, even though it's an anomaly that happens very rare. Hermaphrodites exist, but that's an anomaly, and there's still one predominant sex that they're attached to. So,
yep. So, Vince Womack, damn, now I have to find that song from Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla in my head.
Yeah, pronouns are dumb as hell. I'm sorry.
They are. So it's like, yeah. So there's no difference. There's no fundamental difference. You know, from like male or female, or you know, or like he says, or any religious codes that I follow. You know, it's basic as basic can be, right? That's all that it is. So continuing, Kanai then declared, I don't allow myself to be influenced by so-called political correctness abroad and designed the works accordingly. I think that if it's interesting, it will usually be understood regardless of whether you come from Africa, Chile, or Greenland. I've never made a big deal of it so far, said the editor, but even if a work takes up a very Japanese theme, for example, or a Japanese work, a German theme, a Chinese work, a Chinese theme, in the end, the root is the same, I think. Yeah. Because you research the culture, you research what, essentially, you research the theme that you're writing about.
Yes. Yes.
It's as simple as that, right? Yeah. If you're writing a Japanese story, then you're going to be doing your homework and researching, everything that you can about Japan. Maybe their folklore, maybe their customs. Same thing with Germany, right? You go as far back as possible. Maybe you want to research some of their mythology, some of their history, something like that. It's very vibrant, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. Because
think about it. Marvel does the opposite. Don't do any research. Just go in and do a movie. We can't read.
Yeah, exactly.
So the opposite of what they did. So yeah.
Or just enough to research, know what the other culture is, and then decide what plot points you're going to incorporate to fit your DEI narrative.
Yeah,
precisely. Yeah. Because if you don't get that sweet monies.
Let's see, this is problematic, and that is problematic, and that needs to be changed. This character needs to be changed, and that character needs to be changed.
Oh, he's too white. No, I can't do that.
I wonder if one day, and I'm going to declare this here, so nobody steal this idea, but, this is just an idea that I'm going to come up with for a spoof kind of comic. Of writing a hero of some sort that is transabled, transsexual, transracial. What other trans can I get in there? Let's see. Transabled, transsexual, transracial.
They have to be tied into the wheelchair at all times. They can't leave it. It flies in the air.
It sounded like Doctor Who there for a second.
Yeah. I was thinking of Dalek from Doctor Who. That's just a amorphous blob, or you're going for silly putty.
It'll be trans black.
Basically,
character equivalent of silly putty.
Yeah, something like that.
Something that's easily molded, shaped.
Yep. And but the kicker, let's see. Gotta have some sort of maybe mutant power of some sort. So the ability to change his or her narrative at a given point to best suit any argument. That would
plot
be
armor.
One. Plot armor.
Even though
of course,
they were
a
male at one point, they seem to be able to lactate all of a sudden and have periods.
Oh yeah, of course. And have babies. Even though it's like
the ability to convince others of opposing points of view to their line of thought.
Of course.
I really am right.
Yeah,
you'll believe me in a few minutes after the brainwashing sets in.
After I bash you over the head a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Radioactive, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude. Great.
And you know who the villain would be? The villain would be an orange pumpkin.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly. With a red hat. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll name the bad guy, Peter Pumpkinhead. For a nice homage song there. Vince Womack, didn't they have that with that Spider Girl, the one that swings around in her wheelchair? Yeah, something like that. Yes, I know. I can just hear Pop like, what? They did. Live from a kitchen in Texas. Pop's disapproval.
Making my disapproval known worldwide.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
We should have a segment just where Pops is like, that's so stupid.
Have to face palm yourself crying and then nobody.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
shaking
love
your
that.
head, face bombed.
Just bump
Yeah.
my desk here and say that's my head hitting my desk.
Yeah.
But no, it just goes to reason that if you're writing a particular type of story about a particular type of culture, you do the research. That's what makes a good story good. It's like, because somebody guaranteed from that particular culture will be like, wow, I can relate to this. This is about me or where I grew up or something like that. Let's see. Wendy, chat, I'm going to do a membership gifting soon. Turn on giftings if you went to membership. Oh, well, wow, Wendy, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Yeah. I can't wait to see who gets memberships. This will be fun. Yeah, so if you're not a member, then turn on your memberships and receive a Wendy present from probably maybe the entire trauma team there, maybe in Texas.
How do you turn memberships? Let's educate the people on that, because I don't know. Some people might not know.
I recently found out that if you have a branded account, you can't receive memberships, because I was trying that on honestly, I think it was Klobby's channel or somebody else's channel. I was trying to get a membership and I had to research it because I couldn't. And I was like, well, I've got a branded channel. Apparently I do stuff on my channel.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that's changed or if you have to have a channel that's not affiliated with a channel you do live streaming on.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how that works.
That on? Yeah, I'm curious too. I've never heard of that, so maybe we can educate people there.
Usually, if there's I'm trying to think. There's usually a something that pops up. God, you know what? I am so totally stupid at this. Because
no worries, I figured
yeah, just if you can turn on, memberships. And,
Google it. That's always the best way to do it.
Yeah, Google it. Yeah, because
Google
right now I'm brain farting. So
it should be easy.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Famous last words. But it goes on to say, stopping a work because it deals with a problem that is too Japanese or specifying to do something that hardly ever happens. Can I continued? More specifically, I wonder if there is a difference in Japanese entertainment content between works that are intentionally successful. Is it the works that focus more on the Japanese market or a global market? Interesting question. Anybody want to take a stab at that? I mean, is it selling because it's Japanese, or is it selling because of the content?
A little bit of both.
Or is it selling because it's a bit of both? Yeah,
because it would sell outside of Japan. I think because when people love Japanese culture over here in North America, it's huge. So that's why it gets sold over there. Over there, it's because of the content, I would say.
Yeah, because creativity hasn't been stifled by all this bullshit that we have.
Yes,
They're still allowed to be as creative as they want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I mean, anime is still huge over here. It's been huge ever since Akira and Ghost in the Shell came to American audiences. And that just opened the door to anime and manga, and everybody was.
Oh, I even go before that. Astro Boy and Robotech. That's when I first.
Astro Boy and Robotech for the small screen, but introducing it to a much larger audience. For theaters. Woof.
Oh yeah, big time. And hey, Pat Wannabe, how's it going, man? Nice to see you.
I still want to see Akira on the large screen, though. I've never seen it on the large screen. That's a must.
Oh wow.
Who said they wanted to make Akira? Oh yeah, freaking Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi. Yeah.
No,
dude, you got to clock in. All right, man. Thanks, and thanks for stopping on by, dude. I'll talk to you later about something. For what we were talking about a couple of weeks ago about auction thing. Yeah. Anyway, I am so totally discombobulated today. I'm telling you. Yeah, no, Astro Boy. Yeah, I mean, I remember that, and
Star
of course,
Blazers,
Battle of the Planets. So yeah, Star Blazers, Voltron.
Oh yes,
Voltron. Oh yes,
Voltron.
yeah, Voltron.
Yeah, I mean, we've been slammed with so much anime. I mean, we even forget that it is anime. Yeah. So I mean, and it's been wildly popular for decades.
Yeah,
just decades.
Want to see something really wild? Go to any anime convention and see the love that fans have for anime.
Yeah, I've been to one anime expo before. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fun, especially when everybody dresses up in costumes. But I mean, I think in this case, yeah, it's for the fact that it's Japanese. I think the content pretty much comes. I don't want to say second. I think it's pretty much like tied for first. Like, first it's a Japanese manga. That's a seller. Second, generally if the content looks really good, yeah, that's the big seller. Depending what it's about, I suppose depending on what country you're from, then then it tickles your fancy. But it's just not full of this garbage. So, and Titan, yo, dude, nice to see you, man. For me, it's the content and substance. Anime and manga are using the elements of storytelling. I watched the anime about a guy reincarnated as a vending machine and loved it. Yeah, I heard about that.
It's creativity like that.
Yeah.
Yes. It's something like there's something about anime that they do this mesh of stories where you don't think it would work, but it does work, and it's
like
really
Chainsaw
weird.
Man, like Chainsaw Man.
Like Chainsaw Man.
Coolie Foolie's a girl with a bass that beats people up with a bass. He rides down on a scooter. It's like, what the hell? But it's awesome.
And and Wendy, thank you for gifting 5 Comic Relief Crusader memberships. Let's see. Penny got a membership. Lord Thoth got a membership. Padawannabe got a membership. Tina, the Naughty Dragon, got a membership. And Radioactive got a membership. Thank you very much, Wendy. And this one is for you. If I can actually find it, because it's right around here.
As a show of gratitude for your service in the past, here's a sandwich.
But
thanks for coming, everybody. Good night.
No, wait!
What? You got your sandwich?
My tallest, an opportunity to prove I truly can be an invader, is all that I ask. Gimme.
Thank you, Wendy.
That's so funny.
Really appreciate it.
Whenever I see that sandwich bit, I think of Friends, the episode where Ross goes crazy over his sandwich too.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's his sandwich. My sandwich.
My sandwich.
You forget one of those guys is actually from Kids in the Hall that does the voice for that. That's Kevin McDonald, one of them.
Yep.
So yeah.
Canadian.
Love that show.
Yeah.
Canadian.
They're all Canadian.
They're all. Oh man. Vince Womack, not sure about America, but we in Europe had what we called Japanimation. Well, it's essentially the same thing. Anime, Japanimation. Cartoon sent in and maybe made in Europe. Not sure if about the latter. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we used to call it like back in the day before we called it anime, Japanimation.
Yeah.
So yeah, same thing. All good. But but yeah, what let's see, that cracks me up every time. The hospital doesn't let me out very often.
Hey, it's Vader Zim. Vader Zim's awesome.
Because when you got your hands in somebody's guts that used to be their face, they don't let you out very often.
You get a sandwich. You get a sandwich. Everybody gets a sandwich.
Sandwich. Let's see. Further expanding on his argument, he opted. I don't think it's possible to create works that are exactly in the middle, nor would such works really appeal anywhere. Yeah, it's. I mean, he's right. You look at Marvel with everything that they put out in the last. Oh, I don't know. I want to say the last decade.
Only if really, I have to.
Yeah. But I mean, only really, really hardcore, like the past 5 years.
Yeah.
So
I mean, X-Men '97 was good in my opinion.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh yeah, no,
I haven't watched
That's
that
like
yet.
that's the one really exception I would say out of
But you
all
look
the
at
years.
look at anime. They take chances on everything. You know, from Samurai Champloo to they did Hellsing, the Hellsing series, not the actual vampire Dracula. They actually had Hellsing as the main character, and turns out he's a vampire himself. So it's kind of I mean, they experiment. They're not afraid to try new things.
No, wonderful storytelling and classic characters like Cowboy Bebop, one of the best anime series out there.
I mean,
Ghost in the
Goku,
Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, Major, like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
The whole of Section 9 from Ghost in the Shell, and
Dragon Ball. I can go on about Bulma and a bunny outfit for hours, but anyway.
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah,
I know Naruto affected California and America for sure, because like I probably said before, man, when I was in high school, so many people would dress up like the Akatsuki and like there'd be so many people at school with their little ninja headbands and
go to any.
It was definitely
anime,
a thing.
Yeah, go to any anime convention, you know what the popular series is, depending on how many of one or so many characters you see cosplayed. It's like, oh, that's a popular anime, I guess, or oh, there's somebody I don't know, and there's another one.
It was so funny.
There's another one.
At one convention, somebody dressed up as Kamina from Taken Top and Gurren and this dude at the Calgary Comic-Con a few years ago just shouted out, "Who the hell do you think I am?" And then my daughter just blurted out, "You're dead." and people were laughing. And if you don't get the joke, you have to watch the anime. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
That's the appeal.
And we talked about it before, like My Hero Academia. The creator of that had such a love for Spider-Man. He, was like loved Spider-Man as a character, so he wanted to create his own type of Spider-Man type story. So that's kind of like the perfect example of like a successful anime that was based off something that we did. You know what I mean? And then they took influence and brought it back.
Or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which who knows what that's based on? That's all over the place.
Yeah, they love to use like musical characters, like different rock bands and stuff.
Yeah.
JoJo, yeah. One Piece. Oh my gosh,
One Piece, and that was huge. It's still huge. I mean, oh my god, now we got a live action series.
One Piece, the never end. That's the true never ending story.
A wonderful live action.
I don't think he's ever going to finish. I don't think they're ever going to find the actual One Piece. It's just going to go on forever.
I don't even think he knows.
I'll probably be dead and gone. Yeah, I'll probably be dead and gone in my grave before that show's over.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing that you find yourself thinking, I hope they don't finish it.
Yeah, talk to my grandkids.
That good. You want to enjoy it for as long as you can.
That dude can retire on bags of money now.
Oh my god.
Look at Death Note. There's an original story there in Death Note. That's a notebook that you can kill people with, and then the morality of it and then the different amazing characters, and it's just where would you come up with that over here? No, you wouldn't. You'd be tied to be able to talk about stories like that over here, and it's just
get a terrible Netflix adaptation of it.
The
only decent live action Death Notes are the movies made over there.
Yes, they're amazing. Actually, the ones in Japan, the live action are really good.
Yeah,
those
all three of them, even the one just with the L.
Yeah.
And that's just the whole appeal about anime. How should I put it? You see North America try to do the same formula, but they get in their own way. Because DEI crap gets in the way, and like there was a few ads that I was watching on Crunchyroll because I don't bother getting premium, and so I got to suffer through ads, and I know Crunchyroll has tried to put out a couple of their own series out, right? And they call it anime. And in the back of my head, it's like, this is not anime because the animation looks too American.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you know what I mean, right? And it's the formula just they don't. I don't know what it is. They just don't have the formula.
Yeah,
it's more of a cartoon then.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's kind of like the look and feel to it. I mean, the only thing I really liked that was produced over here was Rooster Teeth's Ruby series. The first 4 or 5 seasons of that, when the original creator was still around.
Is that back when they did like Red versus Blue and stuff too? Like
Ruby
the good old days.
Yeah, Ruby was an excellent series while Monty Ohm was still around, but unfortunately when he passed, they didn't really know how to continue the series. It kind of felt like they lost direction. Then they started introducing the characters they wanted to introduce, like this character having 2 mommies or 2 daddies or whatnot. It's like,
You know, some of the best cartooning I find in North America was DC a few years back. They were doing uncensored stuff. It was really well done, really good acting, you know, and I enjoyed it. And I'm like, okay, America's starting to do its own thing again. But then it went back to woke bullshit.
Oh man, the Mask of the Phantasm, that Batman movie.
To
this day, it looks so good still. Like that movie it's insane.
It does.
You know,
it holds up.
It's crazy. Last night I was rewatching some Justice League and Justice League.
Hey, Razel.
Whatever the sequel of that was, the name was just escaping.
Gosh, there's like 20. There's like 20 Justice League animated movies. So it'd be hard to.
Oh god,
no, it's a series. It's a series. It's the Justice League series.
Unlimited.
Right.
Yeah, the Unlimited.
Okay.
Let's be honest. Kevin Conroy, one of the greatest Batman. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, he is the best Batman.
Yeah.
Like
Razel, I do miss the old Rooster Teeth crew and content.
But I think like they're trying to sell in this article is
me too.
basically their hands are untied in Japan. That's a good thing. There's no rules they
That's
have
right.
to find compared to America. That's the good
freedom.
thing. Yes,
freedom. There is one that I do like here for like North American animators, and that's Gendy Tartakovsky.
Oh yeah.
Samurai Jack, Primal.
Who did the Spawn series? Do you remember who did the Spawn series? Remember
HBO.
HBO.
I enjoyed that. That was the uncensored version, not the censored.
There was like Spawn. There was the Max.
So good. Oh, I love the Max. Oh,
and one or two others. I don't know. It's been ages. I forget.
Undergrads and a bunch of other different types. You know, there's so many series.
It was good. Now take Skip and Loafer, for example, another series serialized under his watch in Weekly Afternoon, which is about a girl who comes from the Japanese countryside and moves to the Japanese city of Tokyo alone to study at a good high school, Kanai added. I think people all over the world will certainly understand her feelings and insecurities in the same way, which is why such works tend to appeal to an international audience. In this respect, I really don't think that works needed to be adapted for audiences outside of Japan, he concluded, although I'm not sure how it is for people from countries where there are no rural areas or no cities. I have no idea what it's like in Dubai. Maybe I'm biased. But that's, you know, this is the whole thing, you know. It's like he says, to this end, pressed later by Manga Passion, he thought global exchange was important for the medium of manga, to which Kanai told him that while he found it very important in a creative sense for more and more peoples to create their own works within the medium, he did not believe such exchange should come at the cost of Japan's own identity. Right on. Exactly it. The mindset that Japanese publishers will get poorer and poorer if they don't expand overseas is pathetic and should be abandoned, he affirmed. Now that it is possible to read and draw manga abroad, I hope that the manga fan community itself will grow, no matter where they come from and no matter what religion they belong to. So when it comes to the question of whether I think globalization is important, I can say that it's much more fun this way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Truth. Dropping truth bombs and knowledge.
Yep. You know, it doesn't It doesn't need.
That is
your
a great
culture-
picture too.
Doesn't
It
need to have
is true.
messages first off.
No, it doesn't.
So,
It
because
just needs to
the
be very
background,
simple.
the background is the same colors as like his outfit, like the purples and the oranges, and they're in
Yeah.
his like. That's freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm actually grabbing this now. I want to watch this later. This looks interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this like later. Like I'm gonna check
I'm
it
going
out.
to check this out. I've always seen it
Yeah.
in the queue, but never really paid
I'm
attention
sold.
to it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got it in my list. I've just never really taken the time to really hardcore watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
watch the
definitely
first
need to
one,
now.
see if it's got me hooked.
Yeah.
Give that pilot a try.
Padawanami, did McFarlane do the series too? I think he had
yeah.
a handle in it. Yeah.
Maybe I
You
just don't
Spawn,
remember.
yeah, I think he's involved.
Yeah,
with
I think so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah.
uncensored. I have a famous voice course for that as well. Kevin.
He
something.
created Spawn, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't let anybody mess with my Spawn without me having some kind
Oh
of
God, no.
influence.
There he
Wow.
stole Angela because he didn't own the rights, which sucks because she's a great protagonist and stuff. But Marvel now owns her. But don't get stuck with her. I know.
Yeah, there's a book you got to read then. It's called The World versus Todd McFarlane. And this guy, the author of that book, brings all the receipts, dude. It's a very interesting read. The Titan says Hollywood is dying because they're obsessed with DEI quotas, virtue signaling, and lecturing all of us, casting writers with no life experience and no talent. The free market and massive competition is what has pushed such good stories to the top. Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely. It's
Yeah,
no different
Hollywood-
than
oh.
it's no different
I was-
than the music industry. It's no different than competing as an actor or an actress. It's no different. It's all entertainment. And if you don't got it, you're not going to sell.
Very
And
true.
if you're pushing what what DEI thinks you should be pushing, don't be surprised if your sales slump, because nobody wants to read this crap. People want to read stuff like this.
Yep,
People
it's
want to
both
read stories
Hollywood
from
and BBC with Doctor Who.
Stop shoving
God,
a
yeah.
narrative down our throats. We see it plain as day. We don't want that. We want storytelling. Simple.
Yeah. If you want a good story, check out Vinland Saga. It's on Netflix. If you can, find the manga, go read it. It should tickle your fancy. So, but
On a side
but
note,
that-
just quickly, we were talking about alternative North American ones. Remember I
Exactly.
mentioned undergrads. Did anybody watch undergrads before?
I remember undergrads.
Amazing. Well, they're now just announced this year. Because remember, it never finished. They only did season 1 year of college. You're supposed to have 3, but
Yeah.
now supposedly I guess it's almost done. But they want to do a movie, but no streaming service wants to buy it. I'm like, buy it. I love that show.
Wow.
I
Really?
know. I loved it. He wants to continue it. Like that was an
Dang.
awesome series, but nobody wants to do anything original now. It's probably
Yeah,
no
that's
narrative
true.
attached to it. So
Yeah.
North America. we're-
Original? What's that?
I know.
Yeah, exactly. Now, seeing how I went a little bit over the hour, first of all, I want to thank
Oopsie.
everybody that's here. Yeah, I know. I want to thank everybody that's here in the chat, everybody that's watching over on Rumble as well. Thank you very much for watching over on Rumble, and everybody that's watching over on X. And if you're on X, hey, come on over to YouTube and subscribe. It's fun here. We have pie. We're going to take a very brief commercial break before we get into the next story. So this one we had to smuggle out of North Korea. So enjoy. And it's all about getting that insurance. So,
oopsie.
So random.
If you're living, that's right. If you're living in North Korea, well, then make sure your insurance is up to date. So there we go.
If Monty Python did a Japanese commercial.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
A good escape route there.
And now for something completely different.
Oh man, I miss those old shows. Thank God I can still watch them over and over again. That being said, let's get on to the next article. Okay. So, there you go. Oh crap.
Yeah, that was an oh crap moment right there.
Hey, he's not coming back ever again. No. He bad person. He's not good for racing in Korea. So he bad. So, oh my God. Exactly. DEI didn't earn it. Nope, but I did earn that chuckle. So there we go. Hey, Sci-Fi Mommy, how's it going? Nice to see you here. There you go.
Hello,
Tina, I'm glad
Sci-Fi.
you enjoyed that. So and that poor guy never woke up again. Exactly. Oh geez, baseless propaganda. If there was a single fat person in North Korea besides the dearest leader. Exactly. I thought he looked a little bit extra plump. That can't be totally realistic whatsoever.
Oh,
Nobody
Gundam
has that much
Style.
food in North
He
Korea.
had a little bit of weight on him. Remember, what's the name from Gundam Style?
Yeah, but he's in South Korea. This is North Korea.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, nobody has that much food in North Korea. Anyway, so a few months back, near the beginning of the year, wow, like 6 months ago, there was a particular video that I shared, and I figured, you know what? The guys here on this panel and you guys out here in the chat should have some fun with this one. And if you can't remember what it is, it's basically about this. Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman will all enter public domain very soon. Oh, yes. So, sharpen your pencils, people, because you're going to be able to have fun with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman to your heart's content. Oh, I can't wait for this to happen. Oh, yeah. So, can you imagine? Oh, my God. So, a writer
pen
at
to paper and start outlining those stories now.
Exactly. If you got any skill whatsoever, or even if you're just starting out, all right, just want to let you guys know, okay, when this hits public domain, it's a free-for-all.
Give me Brightburn
So-
2. If anybody's seen the
There we
first
go.
one, they've actually
Yeah.
Gunn supposedly stopped Brightburn 2 from being done. Supposedly Gunn
Yep.
didn't want it done. It's like, fight me. I want it.
I know, right? Like, why?
Yeah.
I want to see how they're going to stop this kid. So a writer at IGN discussed what it'll mean when classic creations like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman enter public domain status in the upcoming decade, because this is going to be happening in the 30s. Okay, so in the 2030s. Okay, so with several DC major copyrights set to lift in the 30s. Superman and Lois Lane in 2034, Batman in 2035, and Joker in 2036, and Wonder Woman in 2037. The Variety item imagines a future flooded with unauthorized comic books featuring these household names. A quoted comics expert predicts that 100 of them will be ready to go as soon as the law allows. Oh, so somebody's getting a jump on this, it seems. And the article carries that logic over to the silver screen, suggesting that studios may be eager to mint their own versions of the characters, as they previously done for public domain characters like Robin Hood or Dracula. So the Mind pictures a dystopian marquee advertising a given weekend's offerings as the choice between Warner's Superman Rising, Universal Tales of the Superman, and Disney's Superman and Friends. Oh my God, can you imagine? Crap. This is going to be so funny. The likelier outcome, as some legal scholars are countering, won't be so dire for DC nor so flattering for the multiplex. The law will leave a handful of important guardrails in place to prevent a market clogged with indistinguishable duplicates of the same icons. The intended function being specifically to avoid consumer confusion among identical ripoffs. In the best case scenario, in fact, these developments could usher in an era of legally mandated creative refreshment. So that Superman is entering public domain doesn't mean you can go and write your own Superman comics, says Brian Fry, a professor at the University of Kentucky's Rosenberg College of Law. He's also a producer of the documentary Our Nixon, which flexed quite a few fair use muscles in sampling footage of Tricky Dicky. It means that you will be able to use the Superman character in your own story without infringing on anything that belongs to DC. Thoughts on this?
You can see people already doing it now. Video games are being made probably behind the scenes. Movies are probably being written, and comics are already being done.
I want Goku. I want Goku versus Superman.
Yeah,
the actual battle that everybody has talked about. I want to see it. How it actually plays out. Who are they going to piss off with? Who wins? That's the question.
I mean, think about it.
I want to see that. I can't wait to
game
see this,
comes
as Wendy. Yes.
Yes. What was the Mickey Mouse character? It wasn't Mickey Mouse itself. It was
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie. Yeah.
There's a new video game coming out very similar. It's about the mouse going around shooting people. It's a first-person shooter. It's coming out. It's like, that's based after that. And they had it ready. As soon as it came out, it's coming out now. It's like,
this really isn't stopping anybody from making a Superman-like character.
Yeah.
There's already been numerous Superman,
Omni-Man, Homelander,
Supreme from Image Comics.
Yep.
Yeah. But for some reason, I don't know how they had the rights for Brightburn, because they stopped that part 2 being made. Gunn himself, I guess, didn't want to be. I'm like, how can you stop it? It's not Superman, but it's too close, they said, I guess. And now I'm like, that's stupid. And the control was ridiculous. And it was like such a brilliant story. I'm like, how are you stopping this? Like, it's not.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Titan says, might not have to wait that long. The way Marvel and DC are running their businesses into the ground, might be able to pick up that IP on the cheap. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Exactly, right. Yeah. Cents on the dollar. Razel Kane says, for Goku Superman, check out Death Battle. It's great.
I have seen that. I like that a lot. And I've seen the epic rap battle where they battle with raps, but
I haven't seen that. I've seen 2 or 3 Goku versus Superman where Superman always wins. I mean, come on.
I know, right?
How much overpowered are you going to make Superman?
That's right.
I mean,
Brightburn was
Goku could just instant transmission him to a solar system without a yellow sun, and he's fucked.
Yep. Into a black hole, or one Punch Man.
Yeah, he could literally just put him in like a void. He could put him in like the Phantom Zone and then teleport out.
Every time I watch those death battles, Goku versus Superman, Superman always wins.
I know, it's stupid.
That's a tough one because they're both so powerful and they both have certain weaknesses. But
since it's Goku, is that rap battle or rap battle?
Yeah, rap. They're all named after like vegetables and
potato,
shit.
Yeah, potato.
Raditz.
Goku's always eating.
Oh yeah. Those
Saiyans
got a huge appetite. That's like a normal anime thing, though. Usually, you'd see like even Naruto, they eat a lot. Like a lot of different animes, like the main character usually eats a shit ton of food.
Yeah, it spends a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
I want that kind of metabolism.
Right? I know, right? They never get big, and you could just eat bowl on bowl on bowl of ramen and nothing happens.
Yeah. I know. Which reminds me, I got a special going on at the co-op here for ramen. I'm gonna buy a bunch of it. Oh yeah, definitely. But no, I mean, it would be awesome if somebody just came along, got a whole bunch of comics ready to go, and just brought, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman back to the way they originally were, right?
Yeah.
You know, like who was it that said it? You know, like Superman basically now is like, you know, so grossly overpowered, it's like unbelievable, like stupid overpowered. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, it's like
really is. He's kind of broken.
Yeah, nothing in the universe can basically beat him. I mean, except for, you know, kryptonite, obviously. But, you know, I mean, come on.
Kryptonite and some magic. But even still, I was reading Superman in the 90s and I stopped comic books like mid 90s. Went back to him recently and I don't even recognize the character. It's like he's got electric powers now. He's got a different costume. It's like, this isn't Superman.
No, it isn't. It's not anymore. Titan says they stop it with the fear of lawfare. Studios sue, even if it's groundless. They keep filling motions after motions until smaller parties run out of money countering. Yeah, exactly. Well, like exactly, Titan. Like what we read a few weeks ago about Ben Dunn wanting to make Blue Sonja. Remember?
Yes.
And then the Red Sonja people were like, no, we'll bash you over the head with our lawyers and stuff like that. You have to stop it because people will get confused and you're infringing upon our IP. It's like, it's totally different.
Stupidity.
You know, it is. It's just dumb. Yeah, just don't give them pink kryptonite.
Yes.
I mean, do people even remember? Technically, Canadian was born from the mind of a Canadian. Superman is born from the mind of a Canadian. Some people seem to forget about that. And like that Superman, the original Superman, was a really amazing character. American loving pie, you know, and all that and everything, and just a good character, but strong. But nowadays, he's a god, pretty much. It's just it's like,
so, you know, who's going to be left to basically oppose Superman if he can just basically defeat anybody? You know, it becomes boring. It becomes stale. I mean, I think that's probably why the Doomsday comics did as well as they did, because finally you had a contender that basically killed Superman.
Technically, not the first time Superman has died in the comic books.
No,
true.
But it's it was just the biggest media event. I was actually working in a comic book store at that time. I had people lined up at my cash register going out the door and then down the block just for that one stupid issue.
Wow.
Kind of funny though. I just totally off topic with that, but how many DC characters that have been killed have stayed dead? Makes you wonder, like popular ones, because we had Superman.
Oh yeah,
none of them.
You had Robin. Remember Robin by the Joker? He ended up being Red Hood. It's like
well, you had the original
Legends never die.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, not the original Robin. I was gonna say the original Robin, but that's Dick Grayson, who's Nightwing. But
Jason Todd, I think it was.
Tim Drake. Yeah, Tim Drake.
But he turns out he came back as Red Hood. He never wasn't dead in the beginning. You know, it's like what? Like, they didn't keep him dead. Why?
Nightwing.
That was an excellent animated movie, Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
It
was Jason Todd. What? It's like, okay. So I don't know. It'd be nice.
Weird. Yeah. Can't say the word weird without thinking of Rachel Zegler now.
I don't know. I know. It's permeated my head now. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
She's living in my head rent free.
Vince Womack, the original Superman, was a bald villain. He was only a bit later became the iconic character we know. What?
I never heard that one because I know Schuster, or is it Schuster? Was it Joseph Schuster, whatever? He created them out of
Joe Schuster.
Canada.
Yeah.
Schuster, yeah. No, he was, the very first issue and stuff. So I don't know. I never heard that one before.
I always thought he had the little black hair with the little curl.
Yeah. I've read the original Superman comic, and I don't remember him being bald.
Lex Luthor. Then him and Lex Luthor look exactly alike.
Yeah.
Action Comics.
Yeah, right.
Brought out, from 19.
Because Lex Luthor had hair, and then he went bald.
Yeah,
I know that. So,
I seem to remember a comic book iteration of, or maybe a comic strip iteration of Lex Luthor, where he was like a older mad scientist type.
Okay.
And then they kind of retconned his character some to make him about the same age as Clark Kent or
Mm.
something.
Yeah. Huh.
You know who's a bald Superman in anime and comics and stuff nowadays? Is Saitama, One Punch Man.
Yes.
It's bald
Yeah.
Superman these days.
That's right.
He's the baddest bald man
God,
on
I
the
want
planet.
season 3. I so want season 3 to happen. God, what
I
is
know.
taking so long? Jeez.
That's the
keep
show
it
that
season
it's like a
3.
parody of Superman because we were just
No.
talking about how overpowered he is. It's just like One Punch Man. He's so overpowered. There's no threat. There's nothing for him to even worry about.
Because that was the thing. It wasn't a comic you take seriously.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know,
He's
it was
bored.
supposed to be a
Amazing.
joke of a
His-
comic.
He's bored out of his mind because there's
His
no
whole
fight.
struggle is that he's bored because he can't find anybody to counter him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wants
And
one
that's-
good fight, but they're always over so quickly. I'll try to flick you with one finger. Shoot, I still killed him. Dang it.
I'm going to miss the sell. I'm going to miss the double coupon sell at the supermarket.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I know, right? I love those moments. God, I just need season 3 now. It's been years.
It has.
But yeah, man. But
I just love when that villain. I love when the one villain like powers up and he's doing this big elaborate like transformation and all this shit. You think, okay, we're gonna have a fight, and then Saitama just boop one hits him and just like, oh, all that build up. He just gets
for
whacked.
nothing.
Yeah.
For nothing. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
crap.
I'm
I
a
mean,
god.
He one punched a comet before it hit the earth. He
Yeah.
prevented
Yes.
a comet
Yes.
from hitting the earth with one punch.
Oh man. And then this god level centipede bad guy, you know, the second season, right? Just
Yeah.
I'm a god. I am a god.
God, I love it. Anyway, so the article, well, I'm sure this whole affair obviously isn't without legal difficulties, but if they're saying competition is bad, where a whole shipload of different Superman stories to be published by authors under public domain, it's absurd, and it doesn't bring story merit into consideration. There's only so many corporate-owned creations that they've ruined before the turn of the century, and that's not concerning. Exactly. So the theory. Copyright law serves a just and useful purpose, ensuring that the labor of artists can't be sold by some other entity as their own for the duration of the author's life, and then another 70 years, or for corporate works, 95 years after publication. They own the rights to their work. To cite perhaps the most well-known example, this is why DC can't get in the Spider-Man business. A significant difference separates Amazing Fantasy 15 itself from the character of Spidey as he's known and loved, however, right? So you can't, you know, you can go ahead and do it, but you can't say you know, like say Action Comics #1 or something like that is yours. You can't. So,
No.
and especially during the like it says, the duration of the author's life, and then another 70 years. So, you know, or for corporate, another 95 years after publication. Well, okay, so after publication with DC, that's pretty much up then. Tee hee hee. You can go ahead and do your own work anyway.
Okay.
So, you know, that's what I want to see.
Looks like
I want One Punch Man versus
Wendy-
Superman. That's what I want. That's the comic I want.
Yep.
I want to see them fight.
Wendy Trauma Warrior taking off, I think.
Oh,
I read
Wendy, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta go. About to get busy. Everybody have a great week. Take care and
Yep.
stay safe. You too, Wendy. Thanks a lot for being by, and thank you for gifting those memberships. I really appreciate it, and so does everybody else that's here. So, Vince Womack, as high school students, Jerry and Joe first picturized Superman as a bald villain with telepathic powers who goes rogue to gain money. Oh,
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Professor X.
And he posted
Okay.
that link of the picture as well.
Oh, did he? Okay.
That's interesting. I never knew that. That's new to me. New
Huh,
to me.
okay.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, I'll find that, and I'll see if I can share that. So, you posted it in the Rumble. Yeah, that's really, really interesting. Let's see. Lord Toss says Superman moves as fast as the Flash. Before you can think he chopped your head off. Yeah, exactly right. It's
I mean,
just so
Omni-Man's
overpowered.
actually done that. Like, we actually got to see Omni-Man do the dark shit that we haven't really got to see Superman do too much. That he could easily do. He's holding himself back. But if he's unleashed, oh man, watch out.
Oh, okay, Vince, I got it here. Okay, so I'm gonna share this screen because this is actually really, really interesting. So
yeah,
here we go. The reign of the Superman. Wow, and he does look like Lex Luthor. I wonder if I can zoom in on that. Hold on a second here, because this is some interesting comic history. By Herbert. I think that's F. Fine. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, looks like it. I'm trying to get a better view of that. Yeah, that does look like Herbert F. Fine.
Yeah, Herbert S. Fine. I'm trying to read.
I've seen the movie Reign of the Supermen. I've seen that movie for sure.
The Bloodlines. It's row of downcast, disillusioned men, unlucky creatures who have found that life holds nothing but bitterness for them. The Breadline, the last resort of the starving vagrant. With a contemptuous sneer on his face, Professor Smalley watched the wretched unfortunates file past him. To him who had some rich parents and had never been forced to face the rigors of life, the miserableness of these men seemed deserved. It appeared to him that if they had the slightest ambition at all, they could easily lift themselves from their terrible rut. That is kind of interesting.
That is.
Huh.
That's a completely different character background.
Yeah.
That is.
Huh.
The more
That's
you
fine. Yeah, there we go.
Is he even Clark Kent?
Huh. I'm liking this. Okay.
Kind of like a evil take on Professor Xavier if he's got
that's what I was
telepathic powers.
Onslaught.
Yeah. So, considering the DC editorial and writing staff are as bad as Marvel's now, and probably worse, definitely worse. That's why I'm hoping Clubby gets better, because if he was in Marvel right now, oh boy, he'd straighten that out really quick. It wouldn't be good news if they got into the Spidey writing business at all. For all we know, they'd likely even subject Mary Jane Watson to a horrific storyline as Jean Loring and Sue Dibney went through an identity crisis 2 decades ago. So what's their point? Unless DC and Marvel, as comic publishers, are both sold off to a better owner, there's no use sampling anything new they turn out. Well, it's true. Nobody wants to read it.
No.
Nobody. It's just basically hogwash all at this point. And Vince, thank you very much for that link. I'm gonna hang on to that. That's really cool. So because of this cumulative process that happens over time, these copyrights expire piecemeal. Superman as a concept becomes available long before his weaknesses to kryptonite or ability to fly. Wonder Woman will be fair game 1 year prior to her lasso of truth, etc. So there you go. See, little loopholes. So with each intellectual property dealt with on a case-by-case basis and strewn with gray areas, the question becomes rather, what is allowed? And in terms of studio protocol, what's likely to actually happen? So, So yeah, you could do Superman, as a concept, you know, and I suppose you don't even have to include his weakness of kryptonite if that's the way you want it to go. Or then again, with Wonder Woman without her lasso of truth, that kind of goes hand in hand. I don't really see her without her lasso of truth, though. But
she get her invisible jet.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
we'll do that.
Gotta have that. Got to have that.
Yeah, you gotta have that, man. Oh man.
Super essential.
Let's see, Vince. One tidbit of info: Fine's work was often published under pseudonyms, including his own name as well as Herbert S. Fine and Jerry Siegel.
Ah.
Well, this. Oh wow, Vince. Thank you. That's some interesting bit of comic history right there. Then
that is very cool.
I like this. So, any answer hinges on a large part on the difference between a copyright, which protects a creative work, and a trademark, which protects phrases or iconography that makes up a business's brand. A trademark has no expiration date. Okay. In essence, it's meant to preclude companies from passing off their products as another's. So that's a trademark. So the one thing to use a character in a copyrighted way, for example, Mickey Mouse or Superman or Wonder Woman in another story, says Fry. It's another thing entirely to use these characters in a way that communicates something to consumers about the source of what's being produced. The closer you get to making consumers think that the source of whatever you're producing is Disney or DC, the more likely it is you're moving into trademark rather than copyright territory. I see. So for studio hoping to make the next blockbuster, this poses an obstacle. Anyone attempting to capitalize on the familiarity of Superman would have to sand off a lot of what makes him familiar. The law encourages use of an idea's broadest contours, its general outline more than the particulars contained within. This can start to create wiggle room for characters identified less by their biography than their image. Dracula, for one, is understood as a vampire with exceptional powers. Everything beyond that is up to filmmakers who have translated the character across genres, settings, and even racial lines. Right. So what they're trying to say is basically you can't make him exactly like Superman.
No.
You just have to, yeah, you just basically have to, like they said, shave a lot off of him.
Yeah.
That's like piecemealing the copyright expiration. Like Superman might be copyright free, but the S on his costume might be trademarked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is kind of
totally iconic.
That's kind of underhanded in a way, because it's like, okay, you can have Superman, but you can't use his S.
Yeah.
You can call him Blooper Man. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's a Z. It's not an S. He's Superman.
Superman.
It's the number 2.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Superman.
I mean, I don't know how Omni-Man like came out like with Invincible and stuff. Like, yeah, they changed the names and everything, but he's essentially kind of the same thing. He's an alien.
He is.
Like a, because there's even like a General Zod type character. There's a lot of similarities.
There's Homelander. There's Supreme from Image Comics.
Yep.
You have a number of Superman
like
type characters out there already.
Yep.
You don't really need
Sentry from Marvel
Superman.
now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't really need
exactly.
Superman unless you just want to use him in your own story. But at that point, you got 10 years to wait it out. Why not just use your creative juices and create a new character?
Yeah. Still though, be kind of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to see Superman and Wonder Woman.
Well,
on
in
a
the
date.
world of fan fiction.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, that's right. Rizal, Gladiator. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
also very Superman-esque.
Yeah, that's right. From the Shi'ar Empire. So
Yeah.
you got him too. Yeah. So, but yeah, and here's where they make this quite superficial, all without serious questions as to whether merit is the name of the game, and without clearly noting this is what brought down Marvel DC since the mid 2000s, because they went to miles out of their way to translate a number of their superheroes into different races and according to LGBT ideology, all for the sake of diversity pandering and an audience that wasn't there, and they acted like nobody cares about merit. So in the past, that's a big problem that ultimately brought down minor superhero creations because DC and Marvel wouldn't sell them on merit, only on image recognition. In addition, there's a problem of selling almost everything as an outgoing series almost instantly out of the gate without any kind of test run with a miniseries. I'm sure, obviously, Marvel and DC know that's not a winning formula, but due to their left-wing politics, it makes no difference. So, and by the end of this century, though, pretty much everything created in the 20th century will be public domain. And for all we know, even trademarks on DC and Marvel products will no longer be in use. And who knows, maybe even well before the 22nd century comes about, the copyrights will have expired. So then the question is whether there will come a future generation that will do classic creations, what this century's writers, artists, and editors have disappointed on. So, yeah. And that's what's going on. So, you got a few years. So
we totally forgot Icarus from the Eternals.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yep.
He's a cheap Superman knockoff. He's definitely nowhere near as strong, but he's got the same.
That movie was forgettable to begin with. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
And we forgot All Might from My Hero Academia as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, totally All Might.
He's definitely a Superman.
Yep.
Of that world.
And then the American version in My Hero Academia. What was it? American Star? Yeah. The
it's like
female
Captain America and
yeah.
Oh right.
Like a female Captain America as Superman. But yeah. So I'm kind of disappointed they nicked her off after a few episodes.
I mean, even The Boys kind of has that too with Soldier Boy. He's like a Captain America Superman hybrid.
Yep.
Which is terrifying.
And Vince Womack, or similar to Universal, who still hold the copyright to the iconic looks of Frankenstein's creation. Yeah. I mean, this is the fun bit, because it seems to have come and gone with Steamboat Willie. It's like, okay, January 1st. Yeah, he's free for public domain. Like what Tom had mentioned earlier. Yeah, somebody's doing basically a video game of him, like a first-person shooter. Steamboat Willie. I seen that trailer. It's like, dude, oh yeah, let's do this.
Or like that Winnie the Pooh, the Blood and Honey movie.
Oh yeah,
a horror slasher movie with Pooh.
Is that out yet?
Oh yeah, the first one's out.
A minute.
Yeah,
they use the second one. Right?
He abandons Pooh, and then Pooh and them hate humanity, and they start killing people, and it's really cool.
Oh my God! Okay, I'm gonna have to.
He comes back to Pooh, and then they're already lost. They're just like,
isn't it him and Piglet are on like a rampage?
Yes. Oh yeah, and they're supposed to bring more. There's a part 2 coming out. So.
And they ate Eeyore. And...
Yeah.
They ate Eeyore?
I think so. They ate one of them. I forget which one.
Oh my God, no!
Oh no!
I would have thought it was
violent,
rabbit.
Gory, and it's just fun. I enjoyed it. It's like kind of like a cocaine bear type thing. It's just out there and totally wacko, but it was.
They should have eaten rabbit. He just had a bad temper about him. Yeah. I would have been okay if they ate rabbit.
He tastes bitter.
Not Eeyore. I know, but not Eeyore. Eeyore didn't deserve that.
I mean, think about Eeyore though. He's not like he's the fastest. He's not going to be able to run away. He's the slowest. Oh, what are you doing, Pooh? You're going to eat me? Oh no, I better run.
I suppose it had to happen at some point.
I do want them to bring Tigger in. Tigger would be terrifying. I'm bouncing. I'm going to eat you after I'm done bouncing. I'm going to bounce towards you and eat you.
Just bounces high up in the air. You were wondering what the sound was. It's pitch black. You don't know where it's coming from. And then all of a sudden, this big giant tiger just out of nowhere just pounces upon you down from the sky. You know,
yeah, imagine
the
like
escaping maw.
They show him like bounce on someone like Super Mario and just squish him into like a pancake. Like that would be like such a creative death on screen. Just Tigger just bounce kill somebody.
Oh my god. Stop! He's already dead.
Ooh, I love the bounce on the corpse of him.
The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Their tops are made into rubber. Their butts are made into springs.
Imagine he's saying all that while he's bouncing towards you to get you. That would be horror music playing.
Wee. Jeez, with every bounce,
you're just hiding from him. You hear him talking to himself. Ooh, I'm gonna fight you. That's the fun
game. Oh no! Wow. Oh, I want to see that happen so much, so bad. So yeah, you know, it's going to public domain. Yeah, we all want to see things happen with you know, Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman. And then you know what? Even later on, if you look at the Marvel side of things, you got Namor that will also end up being public domain. You will have the original Human Torch that should also become public domain. And then I believe getting into the 40s, you're going to have Captain America and Bucky.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, since we're dealing with a decade or more, there's always the question of where will the interest be in these characters?
That's true.
If we're supposedly suffering from superhero fatigue, where will superhero fatigue be in 10 years?
Yeah. Is it even going to be worth it?
Yeah.
Well, I think they're slowing down. Remember, Marvel has one release this year with Deadpool. They're slowing down. Yeah. So I think the fatigue might go away as long as the films and TV goes away. You know.
Yeah, I don't even like the term superhero fatigue because that's a lazy way of kind of a backhanded way of blaming the fans. Like, oh, the fans don't like the movies. It must be superhero fatigue. No, it's not superhero fatigue. It's bad writing fatigue.
Exactly.
Stop your bad writing.
Yep.
So no, okay, just let you know.
Blaming the fans.
Blood and Honey 2 hasn't come out yet, but Owl and Tigger are going to be in the second one.
Owl! Yes, Owl's going to be like plucking people's eyes out.
Owl and Tigger in part 2. I can't wait.
Is there a release date for this?
I'll have to look. Yeah.
Fly somebody up above the 1,000-acre wood and drop them.
Wow. And then it hits with a thumb. Tigger just takes over and just finishes it off. Yeah. Yeah.
A team attack.
So,
like a team up, Marvel team up.
Tag team action.
Tigger's like holding on to Owl's legs. He like flies in, drops down. Superhero landing.
Oh my lord. This has got to happen. Okay.
Then Deadpool pops up going, superhero landing. Yeah. Excitedly. Superhero landing. Look, she's going to do it. She's going to do it.
Oh my God.
Gina Carano.
Oh. So if you had to pick, because I know we mentioned, you know, Goku or One Punch Man for like, you know, team ups with like, you know, going against Superman or, you know, whoever. Who would you pick for a North American team up with, like, say, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, when those become public domain? Or what would you like to see happen?
Fight them or?
Yeah.
Man. toughie. I would love to see Superman fight somebody that's with magic, since that would kind of weaken him a little bit. So something,
because that's one of
magic.
his vulnerabilities, unless he gets retconned again and becomes immune to magic.
He doesn't need to be any stronger.
I know. It's crazy.
They find magical kryptonite or something like that. It's like, oh God, really? You're gonna be doing that now? Yeah. Oh no, I developed immunity from that kind of thing.
Okay, we're sorry. Just to
question.
let you know, it was released in theaters in March, but it's coming June 28th, I guess, for film distribution. So you might be able to see it on streaming by then, by the end of the month, actually.
Which one?
The Winnie the Pooh, the second one. So it'll be out
Okay.
at the end of this month, actually.
I might have to do a watch party of the first one and just have a laugh.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, it'll be at the end of this month. Sounds it.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, like in a team up. Yeah.
But we've seen that so many times. It's just like
Batman v Superman. Anyone?
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be weird. It's like it's all been done before. And how do you
remember
new?
How many times can you keep going back to the well? It's like, instead of Marvel or DC, let's go back even further. Let's go back to the pulp era, because I was thinking about this the other day. Doc Savage and Indiana Jones.
Ooh,
they're both from the 30s.
Right. They're
both
interesting.
globe trotting.
Right.
You could have Indiana Jones doing his archaeologist bit at a burial site, gets into some trouble, needs some help. Who's there who can help him? Doc Savage comes bursting through the door, or comes riding a horse through the jungle and saves the day, and they team up to save the village from the bad guy or what have you. I mean, it's just it's these things that we've never seen before, because we've never looked back at the pulp era.
No,
that's true.
The 20s, 30s, and
Frank
40s.
Miller had a good take on. Was it Frank Miller had a good take on Batman? He almost killed Superman. He said, "Remember this day." Remember, he almost killed him, and he just he had him down. He had the suit of armor, the kryptonite, and he let him live though. But he barely. And it was an older Batman too. But it was
Because they're both of their moms' names are Martha. So.
Oh yeah.
No.
But no, I think that's a really good idea.
Green
Bob.
Arrow. There was also a Green Arrow with a kryptonite arrow that like atomized the kryptonite to gas form, so Superman would breathe it in, right?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
if I'm remembering the comic book right.
I think probably Vince Womack. Yeah, it was bad enough when Superman got ancient Chinese masonry powers.
Was it Cosmic Superman is like the most powerful one, I guess. Cosmic Armor Superman. He's
Never
scary.
see them team up in the bedroom. No, exactly. No, you won't. Not with Wonder Woman and Superman.
You will, but you have to watch Prawn. But anyway.
Yeah, that's true too. But anyway, so as we're getting to the near the end of the show, I also want to say that in the chat, or actually in the description down below, there is a link if you want to check out Flip City Magazine with all the fun and mirth and merriment that they have, and you can go ahead and get yourself a subscription to Flip City Magazine, and if you use the coupon code CRC, you get 10% off of their subscription for an entire year. So if you want a good laugh and it's definitely a magazine that you can read over and over and over again, and just consistently be entertained by it, then go ahead and pick yourself up a subscription to Flip City Magazine. And also down below is the link to my good friend Al Nickerson, whose second book is out right now. On top of that too, excuse me, I just burped, of Shinobi, which is out right now. So I should actually change that, instead of saying coming this summer, just saying out now. So if you want, go ahead and click on that link also down below. And he's got this cover right here of Shinobi, the normal regular black cover, or if you want, and you can still get the limited edition Trump 2024 cover, which is in limited run. The first 100 people of either or cover that you get will be signed and autographed by Al Nickerson as well. So if you want, go ahead and pick those books up either by Flip City Magazine or by Al Nickerson, Sword of Eden, which is a really fun, entertaining read. I couldn't put the second book down. I just had to read it. And I read the whole thing through. And then I'm immediately like messaging Al. It's like, oh my God, this is so awesome. So, and there's a few Easter eggs in this book that do harken back to early comics, like particularly Marvel in the 60s. That's the only hint I'm going to give you. So you're going to have to find out which comic that would be. Fantastic Four, for you to find out. And hey, FKHC, how's it going, man? Nice to see you, dude. So as we're at the end of the show, and I have to let people do their plugs and stuff like that. Tom, you got anything you want to plug, dude?
No, wait, I just blinked out. Just like I said, I've been lucky enough to be on some good shows this past week. Jason allowed me to do a show about men's mental health. I appreciate that. We're doing one again, I think, next week or the week after with Steve. So this is something that needs to be talked about. Me and my AI are actually going to do one this week. She's going to come on my show, which I only have 3 episodes, and we're going to talk about men's mental health because this is something. It shouldn't be just 1 month, by the way. I'm sorry, that's a load of men, and everybody's mental health is important. I'm not downing on women's mental health at all, not at all. But men's mental health is something that nobody talks about. We need to talk about it more. And just working on projects. Might do a poem book of dark poetry I did to do with men's mental health. And I outcame a very hard time in my 20s. And somebody's told me to sell the book because it's my old drawings and poems. So we'll wait and see. I might do that too. So, but just keep busy working on my photography book, black and white and other things. So I'm keeping busy.
Nice. So what you're saying is you're going to be like the next Edgar Allan Poe.
I wish. So
don't wish, just do.
I shall do it. Yeah, do it.
Just do it. Do it.
Do you hear that? It sounds like heartbeat under the floorboards.
Exactly.
Do you hear the thumping? The thumping. It continues.
That's Pooh coming to get you.
Oh no, it's Tigger.
No.
It's Tigger and Pooh. And
No.
I'm gonna watch it again. That was so good. I'm telling you.
Do it. Nevermore.
Look forward to tonight with Ranker Steve. Oh, I probably won't roast him because I've only known him for a short while, but it'll be fun to watch him get roasted by everybody else.
But I can, and that's their game. And Appion, what do you got to plug, dude?
Today, probably gonna watch more Trailer Park Boys, Canadian comedy show with the Padawannabe over on my channel in like an hour. And then Thursday, we're going to watch the final 3 episodes of House of the Dragon Season 1 to get ready for Season 2, which I think comes out on Sunday. And then going to drop Acolyte Episode 3 review sometime later this week on Two Guys Talking. So yeah, 'cause I got that other channel that I'm working on too with videos for that. And Friday, I think another Treehouse. I'm going to talk about like Arcane and stuff like that. And that's about it for now.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
And there's also the link to his channel and the link to Two Guys Talking on top of that as well.
Very cool.
Because now he's multitasking and doing.
Yeah, we're doing good. We got like 350 subs already over there, and the videos are doing good.
Nice,
doing good. Yeah,
awesome.
Thanks.
So check that out. And let's see, Titan. I hope not. Poe ended up not alive on a park bench. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Like glorious events.
Yes. And Pop Culture Republic. Mr. Cowboy. Live in the kitchen from Texas.
Everything that all the work that Appion was talking about, I'm going to do the exact opposite of. I'm going to continue my trend of being the king of low effort YouTubing.
Minimal effort
all the time. No, I don't know what I'll be talking about on Wednesday night. Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, afternoons, my comic book live stream. I just make this up as I go along.
I think he plans it all out. Or he just makes it up as he goes along.
Exactly.
I just make it up as I go. You're lucky if I script anything.
It's by far the worst YouTuber I've ever heard of. Oh, but you have heard of him.
There you go. It's all ad lib all the time with Pop.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Nothing is scripted.
He's like the Joker from Dark Knight. Do I look like a guy with a plan? I just do things. I'm a dog chasing.
I do well to make half decent thumbnails for my videos, let alone like a little banner art for my YouTube channel or my Twitter X or Twix or whatever it is.
Oh my God.
Someday I might put more effort into this, but just now I'm having fun. I don't know.
There we go. Well, there you go. And also, and tonight, if you want to go ahead and tease Rancor Steve because it's his birthday, there is the link for Rumble going on because last week he mentioned safety with pew pews, because if I say that name, YouTube will probably be like, oh my God, you can't say the word.
Yeah, me and you were in the room with him. All of a sudden,
the horror.
Yeah, exactly. So because he mentioned that, YouTube shut him right up. So there is the link for his Rumble channel, and and as you know, he's he was having fun on Doomcock's channel for a long time, and he just wants to take the time out and do his thing, and there's nothing wrong with that, and and he just wants to talk about how men can become men again in this whole society of cucked men, and where men should just basically shut up or just not exist or just not be there whatsoever. He's trying to make a go of it.
And your show, my show, whatever. I think his show is desperately needed again for young men nowadays. Menorama is a very important show that's needed for men desperately nowadays. And I'm glad that I'm included. It's honored because it's very important, very very important. Yeah.
So check him out. Say happy birthday to him, and I'm sure he'll greatly appreciate it. Pop. You were saying.
If I can, I want to say a quick aside. Prayers for Klobby.
Yep, and again, yes, that too. Yeah, if you guys can, just pray for Mike, pray for Klobber in times there. I think Raquel mentioned that it was something like a mild heart attack or something like that.
He fell or something. I wasn't quite clear on that.
Something like that.
Heart attack and a fall, and he's in the hospital.
Yeah,
and I have not had a chance to hop on Twitter X and see if there's any updates or not.
Yeah. So, just remember to keep him in your prayers, and that he makes a speedy recovery, and and that he relaxes first. He makes a gradual recovery. His channel's still going to be there. And kudos and thanks a lot to Raquel and Mark for keeping his channel going. Which was really great last night, and
very emotional.
Yeah, and to see his son, putting out that tweet, and and all the love that everybody's lobby, I'm sure it really means a lot to that guy. So, yeah. So, and hey Ethel, take advice for being a man from a man building Legos. Okay. Well, yeah, everybody's got to have a hobby, right? If you don't have a hobby, you'll go stir crazy. So, nothing wrong with building Legos, because remember, after all, it's adults that make the Legos and make the Lego sets. So,
By the way, totally. Can I just throw something in here? I don't know if you read it because you're close to Edmonton. They're bringing in the 15-minute cities now. They've just announced.
Oh yeah, they've already done that. The 15-minute city. Yeah, they've already done that on June the 1st. FKC Comic Relief. I posted a GoFundMe. Oh, you did. If you can, then send it to me. And if you can, reach me on X.
Same one I posted in the private chat. Is it a GoFundMe for Klobby or something else?
Let me have a look here. Oh, okay. If it's that, then you know what? Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that. So listen, guys. Okay. I know this is a little bit late, and I did kind of see it late, so my apologies. Okay, there is the link for Klobby's GoFundMe. If this is the same one, FK, then
saw that floating around Twitter and wasn't sure if that was the right one or not.
So there it is in the Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to share that on screen right now too while I'm at it. For Mike Alonso. Yeah. Help Mike Alonso's children prepare for the future. I hope it doesn't really, honest to God, come to that. I really honestly hope it doesn't, because like I said before, the beginning of the show, hey, Mike Klobby rekindled my love of comics and to appreciate it. And without him, I wouldn't have met Hungry Boy, who's really helping me out a lot.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have met a whole bunch of you guys, without his channel, and having fun on occasion on Saturday Night Star Trek. So, there is the link. There is the GoFundMe. If that's the same one, great.
Yeah, it says a fallen heart. But I guess he's watching a show in the room, and they said no hope. Hope is not all lost. When the next 24 hours will be the most important. So fingers crossed. So
awesome. Yeah. So hello, this is Ashley and Jonathan. We are the children of Mike Alonso. On Sunday, June 9th, our dad suffered a fall and a heart attack in the Roos's parking lot. Luckily, there was an off-duty Oshner nurse, in the parking lot, who was able to give him chest compressions. This angel has allowed us more time with our father. He was transferred to Our Lady of the Lord's ICU Monday, June 10th. The doctors have let us know that not only did he suffer a heart attack, but he has very limited brain function from the fall. Oh my God. As well as damaged lungs and liver. We've been talking to him, joking with him, and letting him listen to his YouTube show Clobbering Times. The hospital staff has been shocked that his room has been filled to capacity with friends and family members visiting him. He is certainly much loved by his family and friends. Hope is not lost, and the next 24 hours will be the most important for him. While things are not looking well for our dad, Mike Klobby, we are hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. He is indeed a fighter. With this fundraiser, we're going to raise money for what the future might bring our dad. Also, please feel free to leave a picture of yourself and a story on how you know our dad, and we'll do our best to read to him when I am with him, whatever comes our way. Likes and shares are appreciated. My dad knew so many people, and I'm finding it near impossible to reach out to everyone whose lives he has touched. So there you go. Then you know what? Yeah, let's do something. Let's try to raise this money this money for Klobby. Okay. So how about if we do this? Usually on a Thursday, I'll just put out a video of whatever news I just happen to be covering. How about and you guys in the chat, whether you're watching on Rumble or on X or here on the YouTubes, hey DJ Ronnie G, how's it going, man? Let's do this. I'll set some time, and we're gonna raise some money for Klobby, okay, and for Mike, because he's done a lot for a lot of us. And if we can get some other people together, kind of like a pub crawl kind of thing, maybe we can get Tony Sark, maybe we can get Raquel in here, and you know what, maybe we can do it like on multiple channels. And if we can share this, I'll be willing to share this stream to help raise money for Mike, and I'll share it with anybody else that wants to share it on their channel, so that their viewers can raise money for Mike. And if you guys in the chat are willing to join in and do that, then yeah, why don't we do that? Yeah. We'll call it Club Aid 2024. There we go.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Club Aid. Yeah.
Let me know
there
if
we
I
go.
can help him Thursday. I should be free. I can help stream or whatever and do what best I can. I've never met him, but I know your choice in people, and he must be a good human if so definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah, Mike's the best. So
yeah.
He's a pure Southern gentleman. So, we'll do that. If everybody in the chat, message me then, whichever way you can, links are down below. And let's see if we can help out Mike, right? Because he's given a lot of people, brought back a lot of fun, whether he does Star Trek or comics or anything like that. So let's try to do that for him. So, if you guys are game. So anyway, I got to get stuff done, so I'm going to end the show. If you guys can, it is that time, and for some odd reason I can't stop burping. I don't know why. If you guys can hit the like button on your way out, I really appreciate it. Visit all of these guys on their respective channels. I'm sure they would appreciate it, except for Pop, because he's minimum effort. So
yeah, any visiting is still appreciated. Any subs or likes, that just lets me know you guys care. Aw.
Yeah.
Eventually, you might care too.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, that was perfectly timed, dude. That was so perfectly timed.
I'll be here all week.
That's right.
If I can share it, that. Oh man, that got me. You wound me.
Oh, dude,
I'm
that was so
wounded.
good. Yeah. So, if you guys can feign that you're caring, he might eventually care too. So
There you go.
Oh my God.
That's a good tagline. Make me care.
That was awesome. That was so awesome.
I about fell out my chair there.
Show me you care, and eventually I'll show you I care too.
That's right.
Eventually.
Live in a seat in Texas, in
One
a
day.
kitchen.
I'm on the floor.
It's Pop Culture Republic. Oh man. Okay, guys. So that's it for the show.
Wait. Somebody said something in the room. You might want to let people know.
Oh, somebody said something that involves words.
He
Okay.
opened his eyes and is blinking. He's fighting. So.
Oh, awesome. Oh, awesome. He's opened his eyes, Blinky. He's fighting. Right on. Awesome. So Lord Thought, because I know like Raquel and Mark C and stuff like that. If you want to help me maybe make this happen, then we'll do it on this channel. We'll share it on multiple channels. If you can help me on that, because I know you're on Klobby's channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Any help, and let's make this happen for Mike, okay? And do that for him. So get a hold of me, and let's do something for him. So anyway, guys, I got stuff to do, and Pop has to put a little bit of effort into his channel.
Make him care, everybody. Make him care.
That's right. Make him care.
Up. Yes,
that's right. the more you visit his channel, the more effort he has to put into it. So there you go.
Beyond, you get the comment on the internet for the day that wins.
Yeah, yeah.
You might be able to motivate him. You never know.
More than
That's right.
Monday nights and Wednesday nights and Saturday afternoons. I might do a Friday evening show. I don't know.
There we go.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, there we go. Then let's make this happen,
baby.
So, Klobby and I have been friends for over a decade. Yeah, he's a fighter, man. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
then
That's
let's
cool.
do this. Let's make this happen and help out Klobby. So anyway, I gotta get going. So
Yeah.
again, guys, thank you for joining in. Really appreciate it. And again, I'm gonna leave you with this: the way we should be towards each other. See ya.
Be excellent to each other. And